Have you ever thought how hackers find sensitive information online without actually hacking anything? In this video, I'm going to show you something called Google hacking, or it's also called Google Dorking. So Google hacking or Google Dorking is basically the art of using Google search in a clever way to find out information that companies accidentally left exposed on the internet. And the thing about this is it's completely legal and it leaves no traces because it's all public information. So throughout this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how this works, why companies don't expect this. I will be also talking about the specific search trick and the filters that make it all possible. So without any further delay, let's get started now. Let's talk about now the Google Dorking. Google Dorking, you know how Google works. Let me explain if you don't know. So Google is the world's largest search engine, and every day Google's automated tools, which is called robots, those are called crawlers, and they visit every single website, literally billions of websites each day, and they kind of read their content, whatever is on the website, the images, the text, whatever is that, and then they store it on their massive database, and it's called indexing. So crawlers go to billions of web pages daily on daily basis. They index those pages and store it in their massive database, right? So next time when you search something, it uses its that massive database and give you the proper response based on the query you did. It just give you the response whatever is the best answer, right? So how it shows you the search result is based on those index pages. So basically this is how Google works. Now what is Google Dorking? Google Dorking is using some specific command, Google search engine, the Google, in a specific way to find out a very specific information you are looking for. Normally when we type something in Google, we get million of result, million of record. So to find out something specific, we use Google Dorking, or it is also called Google hacking. Let me explain this with the analogy. So imagine you have a massive library with millions of books, right? And you want to find some books that is about password. That is just example, okay? So the librarian will tell you, yeah, here is the 50,000 books, take it, and these are all about the password. And you will be like, these are too many, I don't need any of these, right? So how will you find out to be more specific, to find out what you actually need? So you will then again say, this is another method using the Google Dorking, or just understanding with the example. So you will be like, I want books in the finance sector, finance section. So you are specifying now, you be specific that I need books related to finance that mention the word password in those finance book that has the word password. And from the year, you are also specifying the year that should be from here 2023. So now the librarian will understand, okay, so you want this thing, and here are the book, here are the 5 books, and you will be like, okay, perfect, this is what I actually wanted. So this is what simply the Google Dorking is. Now as I said over here, that the crawlers just literally go to billions of web pages on daily basis to index them and store it in the database. So it can then show to the user, right? So the problem with this is the file, there might be some Google index every single thing that's publicly accessible. If a file is on the internet and it's publicly accessible, that might contain some sensitive information, like for example, a sensitive document configuration file, admin panel credential. The Google, the crawlers also indexes those pages, those files, those stuff, and it store it in the database, and it then show, if the user asks for those specific thing, the Google will show all of those stuff to the user, right? That's one of the bad thing about this. Now if you don't, there is something called robots.txt. This is literally the file that all of the website has, and this is a file in which you can specify which website, which domains, which pages to be indexed by the crawler, and which one not to be, right? So if you somehow mistakenly, by some mistake, don't specify that in the robots.txt, and let's say there is a company, they upload by mistake some sensitive document configuration file, so they are then indexed and they can be accessible by public, right? So they if anybody sees that, they can use those information and try to access the internal system. The robot.txt, let's say we have this, I'm gonna copy this cloud.ai and I will just type robots.txt, and you will see a file like this. This is literally for every single website. Now it is like this allow don't like scroll these stuff. There is for the Notion as well, for the chat gpt, for YouTube, for all of these sites. Now you might be thinking like, this does not just happen a lot. I'm gonna show you how often this happen, this file being exposed mistakenly by the company, by the human error. So I just went to Google, and you see right here, I ask from it that how much incident happened because of the file, some data, some stuff that should not be accessible, but for some reason it is accessible. So it told me that based on this report and the IPM security, 60 to 70% all the breaches happen because of the this stuff that mistakenly information being shown on the Google. Um, right, so this is 60 to 70% it is saying. So this happens so often. Now overall, hope you understand what this is. This overall Google dorking is the practice of Google using Google search operator to query the massive index in a very specific way. What this means is using operators are like some special command, to use Google using those special command as some kind of way to get very specific result. Instead of searching for a word and you get millions of result for it, you get the very specific result, right? So this is what all about the Google hacking or Google dorking. Now what I'm gonna do is, let's talk about those operator that we just talk about, those operator, those specific special function. So over here you can see we have the site operator. First of all, the site operator, site and the colon. What this is all about. This operator limits your search to a specific website or domain. So what this means is, let's say you want to search something uh, on Google. Normally you will see a lot of result, but you want to specify search layer, like let's say there is a specific website and you want to search something on that website. So what you do is you use the site operator, specify the domain, the website you are searching on, and this will kind of give you the result of related to only this domain, this website, right? Like over here it says normally when you search Google you get result from the entire internet. Result might include example.com, but also millions of other website mentioning the same keyword. So the site operator only show the result from that specific domain. Like for example, we have this website. This is about the typing speed testing. So this is the website, this is their website. What I'm gonna do is, I will use like using the site operator practically. Okay, so this is the site operator, this is the website. Now I will, first of all, let me show you what I will get if I type this. So this is the same domain I type. This is their page. This is their page as well. Now this is something else. This is another page. If you look at this here, we have the hyphen. Type hyphen racer.com, and this is, we have not the hyphen over here. Same thing, this type rush stuff, and there is result from other website as well. Now if I include the site operator, I will only get the result from this typeracer.com website. You will not be able to there will not be any other website. You see right here, all of these are from the typeracer.com. So this is what actually the site operator does, right? So now hope you understood this. Let's talk about another operator, which is the file type. So the file type operator, what it does, it specify it search for specific file. Like we have different types of file: PDF and the SQL configuration and the PPT and Excel SX, the XML one, and so many other file. Now if you want to search for some specific file, what you're going to do is you will be using the file type operator. For example, what I'm going to do is I have this book over here, so I hope you can see that. What I'm trying to do is I will look for this specific book on the internet. So normally when I type I type this book name, I will see tons of result. Some might contain this book, some might contain some other stuff. So first of all, let me go over here, and so I open the Google, I search, this is the book name exactly, and this is the author name, and I search for the full book, right? So let's see what we will get. So we have got some result that contains the PDF as well, but also the other website, the blogs and other stuff as well. You can see right here, not all of these are the PDFs. If you look at these, there is some PDF file, but not all of them. So what this file type operator does is, if I type the file type and PDF, I will only see all of the result that is actually the PDF. So this is PDF, this is also the PDF, this is PDF, all of them are literally the PDF. So if we open this, let's see if this is the actual book or no. Yeah, this is the actual book content, which is consists of 250 pages about. So this is exactly this book we just find out. You can do the same for finding out some notes, some specific file from specific website, or anything you want. This is just PDF file. You can look for other files as well. This was all about the file type operator. Let's look about talk about the other operator now. So another one, we have the Intitle operator. What this does, operator searches for text in page title. So I'm gonna explain this with this example. So a page title is basically the name of a web page that shows up in your browser tab and in Google search result. So this, let's say this is the title that we see over here, this is the title name, okay, and this is exactly what we'll be seeing over here as well. So if you look at this, the same thing over here is showing over here. So this is the page title, and like, look at this, every web page has two layers of identity. The page title, what we see first, the clickable link, the blue text in Google, like it's talking about this blue clickable link. So this is title, and the text on your browser tab. So this is the page title as well, and then we have the page content. Once we click on that, we will see the page content, right? So the in title operator, what actually does, it look for this title and it looks for the keywords in this specific thing, right? So for example, if we search for, like, use the Intitle operator and best coffee in Islamabad, so Google will look for pages whose title itself contain those words, and based on that it will show the result, like pages best coffee in Islamabad, top 10 cafes 2026. So the title tag, the title contains these keyword, and it will, based on that it will show us this, right? So this is used when you are looking for some specific term, some specific thing in the title page of title of the page. Like for example, this guy right here, this admin panel, and you get the idea what I mean, right? So this is what the in title operator does. Now let's see what is the next one we have. So the next one we have is the in URL. This, what this does is searches for text in the URL itself. So that they, another one, this was used to find out words in the page title. This will, the in URL will look for actually the URL inside the URL. So we have right here this word. If I click on this, it will actually it will basically check the words in this, in the URL. So let me change it to the in URL, and okay, we got the captcha. Let's solve this crosswalks over here, this one, this one, this one, this one, and yeah, I think we are good. Yeah, so now whatever this first website is, we can see the word admin is here, because we specify we need a URL that has the word admin in it. So this is it, we see the admin URL, admin word in it, and this will be another one. If we click on this, the admin auth as well, for some reason we cannot access this, and this one as well, admin login. This right here you see the word admin. So this is used for when you are trying to search for any word in the URL, right? The another one was to check in the title. This one is used for in the URL. Now let's see, let's look for other operator as well. We have this negative, this minus operator. What it does, it remove result you don't want. Sometimes, like for example, sometimes you want results of a certain type but not another type. For example, I'm gonna explain this over here. So let's say we are searching for apple. What will happen is that when we search this, we will not only get result about the apple but also some other related fruit. So if we want to not get the related answer, the suggested result as well, what we will do is we will use this minus operator, and then tell we don't need anything about the except the apple, right? So it will only give us the result related to the apple. Now another example, simple example would, like, let's say you are interested in car but you don't want to see the Tesla car specifically in your search result. So what you will do is you will use this specific minus operator, and you will specify the keyword that you don't want to see. So we need to look for car but not for Tesla, so we'll get everything but not Tesla. So hope that makes sense. So overall in this video we talk about what is, how Google work, how when we search on Google, how it works, and what is Google dorking, what is Google hacking, and we talk about the different operators, the different Google operator, how we can find out more specific information about something we want, like specific files, specific web pages, specific word in a URL, specific word in the title, page title, right? So uh check, you I will recommend whatever you learn, apply it practically, do it on some website just randomly and understand how this works. This will be very better for you. And in any of this, if you don't understand anything, let me know in the comments. I will explain it to you, I will make it clear. And in the next video I'm going to talk about, I will be talking about how we can use these stuff that we learn in this video practically, like using real world scenarios, right? And there will be some actual real file that has some sensitive data as well. So I will see you in the next video. See you soon.